So I'm sure a lot of you have seen this clip, but I want to tell you my thoughts on it, as well as similar things that I have experienced trying to cover West Maui.
People's minds here.
Hey, what's up, Nick? I've been trying to reach you. Been reaching out to you on X. We're supposed to be meeting with people here. What victims have you had?
Okay, yeah. So this is so you're seeing this live right now. People actually tracked me down.
I thought you were staying in a tent. You said you were coming and staying in a tent, Nick. You're taking up resources.
I'm not taking up any resources here.
Can you tell me the name of the person who said that, where they live, if they're from here, if they're from somewhere else? That might help.
Okay, so what's going on here is somebody tracked down a reporter named Nick Sorter who came out here to Maui to cover the story. He was asking some tough questions, which allegedly could have something to do with all of this. But he was staying 45 minutes away from Lahaina town, which means that whoever tracked him down was using fuel and resources to track him down. So apparently here in Maui, resources are important, but not as important as suppressing the First Amendment and making sure that nobody finds out what's really going on. Now, as many of you are aware, I've experienced this same stuff out here, simply trying to record what's going on the ground. And I've had death threats, I've had many phone calls, text messages, private messages, all sorts of threats. And so I know exactly what he is dealing with. And I've also had this this whole thing about resources. So let's talk about resources. When we're talking about resources, I mean, what is it? Fuel, water, food, medicine, that type of thing. And so there's this mentality out here, which I don't think could possibly be legitimate. I think that people have an agenda who say this, but there's this idea that resources just fall out of the sky and like hit this island in the middle of the Pacific, and we all have to fight over them, and we have this finite amount of resources. And that's not really how it works. There's bottled water on the grocery store shelf because people buy that bottled water, and the grocery store brings it from the mainland and sells it to make money. So if there's no people here buying it, then it's not going to exist. I mean, that's how all resources work. And this place is a fucking ghost town right now. There is nobody in Wailea. There is nobody in Kihei. These are places that were unaffected. The resorts are empty.
The only way we are able to survive are through visitors and tourism dollars. There's not one tourist on this entire beach, you guys. Not one.
And a lot of locals understand that. Anyway, guys, this is a very sad, very scary, very dangerous situation out here, and I am pleading with you to help me ensure that a tyrannical government does not get away with this. You need to share and make sure that the world knows that the First Amendment and the press are being suppressed here, and what is the reason for that? You guys can decide on your own what the reason for that is. I think it's pretty obvious.
Because we had a media gaggle with us on Saturday. To suggest that we're not providing access is just simply inaccurate.
Well, we're being turned away.
Well, I'm glad you're being turned away.
Oh, and by the way, right as I was about to post this video, I noticed a warning that TikTok put on my latest video where all I'm doing is walking around and showing what's going on the ground here. And it says, participating in this activity could result in you or others getting hurt. And I couldn't agree more.